Hello and welcome to the part 2 of the video lecture for CIS 228. So we'll continue on discussing the unit mobile web app or mobile applications. So this section, let's continue on the subtopic for marketing. So after your application is created, so you can just throw it up on the market. So hindi mo na pwede haboy and expect users to find it. So basic products for company, so dapat gina-advertise mo na siya. So may plan ka na sang marketing strategy. So dapat mo i-market mo man na. So rushing an app to get to the market without marketing plan could take away your application for performing its full potential. So, dapat i-marketan na para damo nga tao ang maka-utilize. So, makatag na sila sa ila nga initial feedbacks. So, you can continue to improve your application. Then, you can also increase the users that are using application, so potential customers, etc. So, although you may have heard of success stories where an app was an overnight success, so this is not normal. So there are rare cases. Using advertisements on your existing website, press releases, and mailings to existing customers are always to drive interest in your application for potential users. So pwede ka nakahatag announcements, pwede ka nakahatag mails, namada section sa imong existing website that you have a new application that they can try. So, part na siya sa strategy. So, the market is just one tool for mobile marketing. So, expect to use many tools to make your mobile application a success. So, ang underlying concept that drive mobile markets are not new. So, we have big companies such as Amazon and Netflix. So, they offer similar concepts in different industries, so providing hundreds of thousands of these products, but perhaps selling only a few copies of a certain title a month. So, ang concept nga ni is called a long tail. So, that a statistically proper property that a larger share of a given data set rests within a tail. So, a good deal of money is made from many products that are purchased only once a month. So this figure right here, so this shows the long tail siya. So this is the majority of the total can be calculated not from the items that have the most revenue, but rather the combination of the smaller sales. So this ang maano siya, ma-describe na siya as may long tail. Kaya over time, so dugin na retain niya ang consumers, number of consumers nga ga-access ang products ta. So although naging popular siya, but so in the long run, so mo tuging maintain yang ang usage or the number of customers. So it is important to understand this concept because the long tail statistical property is starting to emerge within mobile markets. So meaning, not all of the market's revenue is coming from the most popular titles, such as ang game Angry Birds. So it's coming from the combined income of the 1,000 apps with smaller following. So let's discuss first ang difference between marketing and advertising. So maybe some of you ma-mix up ang two concepts. So depending on why you are developing mobile apps, you may need to perform multiple roles. So when it comes to marketing, so most developers do not even know where to begin. Kaya hindi na ilang field or specialty. So advertising is not personal and directed towards a general public. So paid communications such as radio, direct mail, and TV placements are considered advertising. But si marketing, so this is a process. part of this process contains strategies to find how to what products or service will provide value to clients, how to sell, and how to communicate. So, overall na siya. So, amo nang gina-encompass ni marketing. And then C, advertising is part ni siya sang marketing strategy. Okay, for marketing, so in order to to quickly spread your applications to potential users, you can definitely use QR codes or quick response codes. So for kay marketing, important din na siya getting the word out about your application. So typing a long URL in a web browser or remembering the name of an application can be problematic for some users, or they find it a hassle to type the name, search nyo pa na sa App Store, or i-open nyo pa na sa web browser. So with the presence of quick response codes or QR codes, so this provides a means for users to scan an image with their mobile device, and then a web browser will open automatically to the URL embedded with an image. So si QR codes gani, di ba, kay may naka-embedded lang information sa sa image na. And then most mobile devices, so may ara man sila sa camera that can scan the QR code. So pwede ganun pwede nyo i-utilize the QR codes in order to share it on potential customers, share it on potential users. So i-share mo na siya sa social media para para mabalaman sa ibang users, or pwede man i-print nyo tapos i-paste or i-display nyo sa mga crowded nga places, so para ma-scan man sa users. So QR codes were originally created for the use in the automobile industry in the early 1990s. But kay ang iyang functionality, ang ilang simplicity sa QR code, so siya, gingamit man siya sa ibang nga fields and ibang nga industries. So right now, so very popular na siya. So QR codes are a type of matrix barcode, which is a machine readable representation of data. So do similar man siya sa sa barcodes, but si QR code kay mas dako na data mas storya. So QR codes can hold a great deal more data, yes, compared sa barcodes, and then compared sa ibang nga codes nga daan mo na codes nga and then hapos siya access. So with just the use of your mobile devices nga the camera. So example ni siya sa QR code. So with the contact information of Gravity Works that could contain our product coupon code. So if you have a camera, so you can try to scan this QR code. So we also have an alternative, but hindi na siya nagsikat, is we have the Microsoft tag. So this is a high capacity color barcode, so HCB, developed by Microsoft. So a tag ni siya is a web URL encoded as a color message that when scanned using Microsoft tag application sends a request to a Microsoft server, then redirects to a URL encode in the image. So compared sa QR code, so mas hassle pa kay ga-request pa siya gasan pa siya sa request into a Microsoft server. So compared sa barcode nga naka-embed ng information, and that application will automatically decode what's the data. So for marketing, di ba? Kay gina-marketan ng aton nga applications. So the advertising, we can get the advantage of advertising from the application market. So app markets such as iTunes, Play Store, App Stores. So iOS users tend to install applications from within iTunes or the App Store directly on their devices. So muna kay dira man lang usually dira tama na makita ang application nga. Then for Android, so Android users tend to install apps either directly from the device or from the web interface. So the App Store, so iOS, for Market or the Play Store for Android. So for Marketplace, the Windows Phone, and for the App World, so BlackBerry gives apps discovery and a place where users can search for keywords in your application may contain and possibly stumble on it while browsing through categories. Kasi so dira na within the market, so may may chance na ang imong application nga makita sa ibang users. So may techniques man da nga pwede mo sa ma-improve ang marketability sa imong application. So even in markets with more than 250,000 applications to choose from, users will find the apps that are relevant to them. So that are important to them or ang ginapangita nila. So iTunes has a clean functional app store interface that we expect from Apple. So featured apps appear on the top right here. So these are featured apps na siya. So top apps, ang popular apps. So ang categories, mayroon diri new and noteworthy. So dumay na siya, dumay place siya that gives potential users to find your application. So if ever na naman na under dila sa category. So for iOS, yes. So amo ni ang App Store. So ang interface nila so more likely same lang. So mayroon tas sang search bar para ma-search ni user ang imong applications or related sa search terms. And then also, mayroon man sila sang featured sections, mayroon man sila sang categories, mayroon man sila sang popular apps. So also, same man sa Android. Kay competition na sila duwa. So ang subong, so sila na niyang dako. So although galagas man si Huawei o market, but in the future maybe man siya that the popularity of that market will be equal to the Android and then the iOS. So same functionality man, so they can search, so they have the section, categories, popular, types, or games, applications, books, etc. So with the advertising functionality sa market, so we can have the feature apps. So new and noteworthy, featured, and editor's choice are all market sections that are maintained by the Android market. So araman sa iOS, so to staff that promotes the application. So gina-promote nila ang application or selected applications. So one of the most important differences between the popular apps and the ones you have never heard of before are these sections. So popular kay ang number of downloads. So kung pila man ang damo man na so 3 million users man na ang imong application. So most likely ara da sa popular. But if you want, kung starting ka pa lang and you want your application to be noticed by people, so pwede ka ask for the market to include your applications on the featured section. So featured section are the first area users see when they access the market. So and people are inclined to download what other people are downloading. So arada nakaplastar sa featured section ng imong application. So overall, so do dako nga chance nga i-check ni user ang imong application, ang details siya, content, description, and then try nila i-download. So now no hard and fast rules exist on how to get on one of the featured apps list. So plan to build the best app you can canvas. So for Android, so the staff that selects the application are advocates for the platforms and are looking for apps that have a great user experience and provide value. So muna ang way to in order to be your application to be on the featured section. But for iOS, so ma-apply ka na to ma-fill up ka na sang form in order for application to be on the editor's choice. So its download volume, positive ratings, and artwork are all metrics many speculate are taken strongly into consideration by the market staff who selects this application. So sila amo na ang maybe ang gina-consider nga factors in order for your application to be on the featured section. So ready to editor's choice for Android. So ready. So these are picked by the staff or by selected nga people. So here kay for iOS, so gaano ka na ma-apply na sa sang form for your app to be on the featured or the app of the day or game of the day. So i-convince mo na sila nga your application deserves to be on that section. Also, in the market, on the App Store, the Play Store, so may ara sila sang description. So your app description may arguably be the most important marketing tool within the market. So if users are on the fence about downloading an app, so your app description should push them over on the fence to download. So dapat si description will help the users decide whether to download this application or not, your application or not. So ibutang mo na ang features ng imong applications, ang maybe advantages or ang good, mostly good things sa imong application. So this text is based on the features that drives your application. So the ability to follow a scroll or receive updates only for that school. So that will determine that will be a big factor on the users deciding to download your application. So may dire this is a example application for the App Store. It shows the application for the Michigan High School Athletic Association. So the MHSAA has a huge market, so anyone who is interested in the high school sports in Michigan can download this application. And then specifically tailored and designed to that market, so providing them with a list of features. So ginilisan na lang features nga pwede maobra sa users. And for also for the market, so aside sa content o description, so may ara kita sang user reviews. So kung ka-download ka mo sa mga application, so usually makita nyo ni sila, and then diri ka mo gabase kung nami ning application. So maybe the user reviews will do mas dako iyang value when it comes to the decision of users downloading your application. Kay this can give you a window of your application, if namig man siya o hindi, if tamo bugs or poor ang user experience. So user reviews can make or break an application. So in a mobile world, users are very harsh over all platforms. So man siya? So user reviews are hindi siya exist sa mobile applications but for other types of applications. So sa may mga applications nga ara sa stores, so may ara man sila sang user reviews or user comment section. So ara hatag sila sa insights sang ilang experience when using the application. So having a good rating with positive feedback is what a potential user needs to see to download an application. So dako gid na nga bulig si a good rating tapos positive feedback pa. So if you rush to market with your application without thoroughly testing, to damo pa na bugs, maybe ang quality sang imong application is subpar, users will give it poor feedback, then that is a permanent record. So unless in today kay sa Play Store kag sa App Store, so once ma-update mong application, so maybe ma-update pa na ang reviews ng user, but ang initial nga review is very important na siya. So this one right here is a figure. It shows a set of user reviews for the MHSAA mobile application within the iOS App Store. So although damo ni siya nga downloads, ang number of reviews niya is 7 lang. So ma-display man dira kung pila ang number of reviews or ratings, kung pila man ang nahatag sa 5 star, pila nahatag sa 3 star, 4 star, 1 star. Then makita mo na sa review section sa market for Android and then iOS, so makita na ang list sang reviews. So this is available to all na siya nga nag-access sa application sa market. So if the application just a job users are looking for, so oftentimes they do not rate the application. So kisa ma-rate na sila 5 stars, then wala na sang description. So if the app goes above and beyond, so they tend to give it positive rating. So kung nalamian gid sila sang user sang experience nila while using the app, kamo naghatag na sila usually sang ilang rating. So if it does not do everything they hope it would, negative feedback is given. So negative feedback is often given for features that are not included. So kulang man ang features mo, so bagay man ang features mo, so that is automatically a negative feedback na siya. So user reviews are often subjective and companies or developers take them personally. It's very common for negative user reviews to be based on functionality the user expects in the app and not how the current app performs. So sometimes ang user reviews kay ga-affect man na ang current device nga ara sa ila. So for example, if your application is for high-end gid nga phones or devices and naghatag ang isa ka review sa 1 star kay medyo lagi daw sa iya, so dala man na gyapon sa user reviews. Also with the market, so you can also track with the Android market or stores, you can also track your application sales. So kung in-app purchases or pagbakal man na sang sa application ta in order for users to use it. So tracking app sales can help provide insight as to where your app should be priced. So if you're selling your application, so see what the market feel is a reasonable price and adjust the price of your application. So tracking information such as which OS version, so kung ano man na ang brand sang phone, ano man na ang version sang OS, so may help you focus on future development efforts. So meaning, if you notice that majority of your Android user base is using Android 2.3, so which is the old version, so you may want to implement a new feature that is only included in 2.3 or above. So samtang ga-increase na ang version sang application aton nga OS, so damo man siya features nga damo na features nga pwede ma-implement, di ba? Maybe sa iban nga brand, so may ara sila sa specific na component. So pwede na siya mabantayan and pwede na siya ma-track. So being able to track sales down to the day will also help with marketing and advertising efforts, comparing sales trends to campaigns. So makompare na on different devices, different operating systems, different brands, different lines of phones. And also, you can definitely know where the users are. So knowing where in the world your user is being used can help advertising and products decisions. So if you know that your app is performing well in a specific region, so you may decide to make adjustments such as language localizations. So for example, if imong application so nagsikat dito sa Japan, so you can decide to increase the usage of your application ara to sa Japan, so by including language localization. So ma-include ka na sa Japanese language nga option sa imong application. So para damo increase to ang user traffic to sa Japan. So advanced analytics that users may need to opt into will provide a valuable look at where users are and how they are using our application. So determining which features are being used. So when the app is being run and how often are valuable tools in a marketer's tool bag. Muna. So gina-enable na sa analytics, so makatrack na sa functionalities nga gina-utilize sa users. Kung pila man na sa kadlaw gamiton ng ang imong application. So kung ang in-app purchases mo kung din ang popular, so pwede na ma-utilize sa marketing strategy. And also discovery. So kay sa marketing, so we are spreading the news that our mobile application exists. So it may be difficult to think that users are sitting around browsing thousands of apps, but it's true. Yes. So ako muna kay usually mapili na sila check na nila this application, check na nila nami, kung di nami uninstall, then check naman sa iba. So although one of the lesser values of value marketing tools, the capability for users to stumble upon your app is important when the app is first released. So kung paano nila na balaan nga your application is available, so that is an important factor. So as mentioned previously, crafting a description with valuable keyword about your app and placing the app in the correct market category will aid you in will aid your applications for user discovery. Okay, so that is the marketing section. So now let's proceed to the part on the your application as a mobile web app. So in this part, i-discuss na siya ang advantages of mobile web applications compared sa mobile application. So mobile web apps are extremely popular solution to the mobile app versus mobile website. So because they are relatively easy to create and maintain. So the popularity of mobile web apps have grown proportionally to the popularity of smartphones. So in 2001 alone, an estimate of 1.5 million mobile web apps were downloaded. So mobile web apps, in a nutshell, are mobile apps created using HTML and CSS and viewed in mobile web browsers. So mobile web apps differ from mobile websites by having a focused applications on purpose. So like mobile native apps do. So ang difference lang is ging-obra ni si mobile web app via CSS and HTML. While si native applications is go ba siya by Java, by Swift. So dumabalanta nga this type of application to do limited lang ang ilang capabilities. So i-discuss na siya later. So here is an example of a mobile web app. So this one right here. So that has been designed with the platform UI in mind. So ang iyang style is similar na siya sa iOS. So similar na siya sa iPhone and iPad. So this one on the right is the iPad na siyang interface. So a good mobile web app will have business logic abstracted into a common library. So this will allow for platform-specific UI code to be called, to be created that calls into the common library, keeping the app easily maintainable. Okay, so mobile or web apps have a wonderful development history. So usually developers, front-end web developers, and even back-end web developers can create an app using HTML and JavaScript. So using familiar tools to rival even the slickest native app. So with the introduction of HTML5, so this is the new version of the HTML. So many features have been added to mobile browsers that help achieve this functionality. So this table right here lists the mobile capabilities between the various mobile platforms. So here we have the HTML5, the Android, the iOS platform, BlackBerry, and the Windows Phone 7. So sa HTML5, so ang iyang capable siya utilizing the GPS, video, audio, and the push notifications ara siya. But for the rest, so accelerometer is limited, local storage is limited, in-app purchases, wala siya, then app market is wala. But for native na native na applications, so all of those functionalities or components are available. So except lang kay Windows Phone 7. So wala siya sang in-app purchase. So if you're looking for a fast solution that can be developed with resources you may already have, kung may access ka na sa mobile web app, o kung may access ka na sa resources nga na, for example, ang sa camera, sa so kung simple man lang application, so you can go to the mobile web app. So the following benefits may sway your decision in favor of creating a mobile web app instead of a mobile application. So first is easy to get started. So HTML lang tunan mo along with the CSS, JavaScript. So since this is a popular technology, there is a good chance that the developers in the team will already have experience with the language. So wala ta na sang Dutch SDKs nga gamiton compared sa Android. So may harata Android SDKs. So wala ta startup cost, licenses. Muna. So simple lang nga IDE gamiton mo. And then pwede na ma-check sa web browser. So easier cross-platform development. So creating a mobile web app will make it easier for you to create a code base where parts of it can be shared. So depending on your application type, be prepared to create a new UI for each platform deployment. So kung i-deploy mo na siya sa iOS, Android, so malain na iyang platform. Platform nga interface, platform nga feel, platform nga style. So although pwede mo na makopy-paste ang code base mo, so pwede mo na siya ma-share into other projects or other applications that you can use. And then si HTML5 ka-offer na siya sang rich features. So we have all heard that HTML5 makes it easy to create mobile web apps. So kay gahatag na siya sa almost capable na siya of utilizing components like native applications. So although limited in some and then none in others. So easier update. So not all users will update your mobile applications, but if you have control over what the user sees, updates can be made at any time. So this is one of the favorite features about mobile web apps. So kung sa mobile web apps, so, kung i-publish mo na ang changes mo to, so automatically makuha na isang users or ma-avail na sa user. Kaya ang update is ara to sa server. But for the mobile application, so gina-download pa na nila. Although available na sa market, but they will have the option to download it or not. And then no approval process. So with the mobile web app, so there are no constraints as to if your application can be published or not. So compared ta sa process sang pag-publish ta sa app sa Android and iOS, so gina-review pa na sang Android sang iOS nga team. So when the Google Voice app was not approved in the iTunes Store, Google released a mobile web app that provided the same functionality without the iTunes hassle. So ang advantages or some advantages. So if you are looking that will consider if you want to create a mobile web app instead of a mobile application. Okay, so that's it for this video lecture. So I hope you've learned something. So thank you for watching and have a great day.